Shawn Payton put the perfect player in the perfect position group on blast. I think it's going to lead us to the playoffs. That and so much more. Broncos country, I hope you are buckled up because this video is chock full of amazingness. I know if you watch till the end, you're going to leave this feeling like playoffs aren't just maybe going to happen, but it is inevitable. And I'm super, super excited. If you're new to this channel, I'm Ben. I break down all things Denver sports. And we've got to start off with this. We know that our next 5 games are so much easier than the 5-game winning streak that we went on when the entire NFL doubted us. And in Broncos country, so many people are saying, oh, that was maybe a fluke or maybe that was lucky and that can't continue. We have 5 games left, 4 of them with teams with losing records, and one of them is the Detroit Lions. Like, you got to be kidding me. Pick up your spirits, Broncos country. One of the things that I just truly have like the smartest people who've subscribed to this channel. I literally have no idea why. One of the first subscribers to this channel was my man, Jeff. And this comment, I read this like 20 times and it just like pumped me up to read this. So checking out what he said, and this was in the midst of that 5-game winning streak when a lot of people were like, oh, that's really fluky, was this. And I just love it. I think this is what a lot of people expected to happen last year. And that is exactly what I'm saying. The Denver Broncos 5-game winning streak was not a fluke. It was what everyone, all the national outlets predicted when we got Russell Wilson. And then you add on top of that, we don't only have Russell Wilson, we now have Russell Wilson and a Hall of Fame coach in Sean Payton. And so you shouldn't be surprised by a 5-game winning streak because this is what so many national outlets predicted when we got Russell Wilson. Just go on to the Google machine and type in Denver Broncos predictions 2022 before the whole Nathaniel Hackett thing happened, and you will see that this team is playing exactly like we had hoped it would. And so don't like worry that it was a facade or that it wasn't the truth. Like, this is what national outlets picked. A lot of really famous commentators came out and picked the Denver Broncos to win the Super Bowl when we first got Russ. And then all of a sudden, we're letting our entire opinion of Russell Wilson be based on how he played under a clown. Now, one of my absolute favorite types of content out there is on YouTube and anywhere else other than Broncos content is looking at how an amateur performs with a pro tool versus how a pro performs with an amateur tool. And, you know, so you can see like if you give someone who's never edited a video before Premiere Pro, which is like this beast editing software, and then you give an editor who's really good at it iMovie, which is like the most basic entry-level thing, who's going to make a better thing? And it is always the pro with the amateur tool who gets the most out of it. You know, you see the same thing with like this thumbnail over here on this side. I guess you can't see that. I'll move it over here. But you see this video I thought was awesome was you give like this beginner a $50,000 camera and you give this pro just a really basic iPhone. And you're going to have better results with the pro using an amateur tool than you will with an amateur using a pro tool. And you can say, oh, Ben, that's not a football analogy. Give David Goggins a dumbbell and give someone who's never been in a gym a Bowflex machine, and every single machine, like the pro knows how to get the most out of their tools. We need to stop letting our entire view of Russell Wilson be based on the 16 games when he had Nathaniel Hackett. That's unfair, and it's ridiculous. Like, it's what the drive-by national media is doing, and it's not what we should be doing in Broncos country. I was just playing Madden with my son, and I can give him the best all-pro Madden team, and I'll play with the worst team, and I'll play on rookie and hit him on all-pro, and I'll destroy him. So it's, you give a pro an amateur tool set, and he's going to get more out of it than an amateur is with a pro tool set. And that is what we see with Russell Wilson, that we now have Russell Wilson, who is a pro, in the hands of a pro. Like, taking a look here, that this week against the Los Angeles Chargers, Russell Wilson is going to break Fouts' record, and he's going to move up into the 18th slot for all-time leading passer for yards. So first off, like, how lucky are we Broncos that look at all the Broncos that we have on here. We got Peyton Manning. See him wearing that orange 18 anywhere he goes when he's doing the Manning cast. He's repping the orange and blue. You see John Elway on here as well. And now we see Russell Wilson. I think when Russell Wilson retires, as long as we treat him right, Broncos fans, because he is a pro, he's going to be wearing that orange 3, not that green 3. And so the fact is, he is a pro in the hands of a pro, and that is a totally different thing. If you look here, he's got 185 games to his name. And I'm sick and tired of non-Broncos fans using the 16 horrible games with Nathaniel Hackett to make our definition of this guy. Like, you're using 10% of his career to define this entire person, and you're looking past everything else. It's starting to make me mad. I think we are hitting our stride now. We need to let this clown out of our mind. Do not judge Russell Wilson and who he can be as a quarterback out of how he played under Nathaniel Hackett. It is a totally different thing, and you can see in every other walk in life, if you give a clown the best tool in the world, they're going to do clown things with it. And if you give a pro a bad tool, they are going to get the most out of it, and that is what we see with Shawn Payton. Shawn Payton is going to continue to get the most out of Russell Wilson. We are going on this 5-game streak. Good things, fun things are going to happen, and I think you're going to be really, really happy when we are playing a wild card playoff game. And who knows, we're going to break down later in the week how it could even be better than that. So as I promised at the start of this video, Shawn Payton called out the perfect position group at the perfect time. I think it is going to lead to great things. And so this week, Shawn Payton called out the right side of the Broncos offensive line. Now, 2 big people on that offensive line who were mostly called out on here, who handled it really well. We got Quinn Meinerz, who's the belly, right? He is just demolished dudes in the run block. Like, you watch him completely truck people, and it like hypes you up. And then McGlinchey, who a lot of people in the preseason were calling McFlinchy because he was jumping off sides. But Shawn Payton called them out and said, on the right side, it's got to be better. And what you see is that both of those guys, yeah, there he is. There's push from that right side. We've got to be able to stop it. And they wouldn't deny it that we had a punt blocked on that side. We had one of Russell Wilson's interceptions be a tipped ball from the right side. The other one was pressure off that right side that led him to the underthrow of Courtland Sutton. And the last one was actually pressure from the left side that made him throw that toss-up ball into the end zone. But I think Shawn Payton is putting all the right pressure on the exact right spots. And what you see here is that McGlinchey came out and took ownership of it and said, we're going to learn and see all the missed opportunities and what we're truly capable of. I don't think we've even come close to touching that yet. We've got to clean it up fast because we've got a run to make. And we do have a run to make, Broncos country. We're about to play the Los Angeles Chargers, who are one of the worst teams against defending the pass. Russell Wilson is going to put the ball in the air. Good things are going to happen because you are going to see what a great player is like in the hands of a great coach. Stop letting your opinions of Russell Wilson be based on how he performed when he was in the Nathaniel Hackett Clown Show. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and Broncos country, let's ride.